I don't know how it all went wrong. One minute, we were just a group of friends on an adventure, hiking deep into the mountains. The next, we were running for our lives. But let me start from the beginning. It was supposed to be a simple trip, me, Jake, Tasha, and Eric. We'd been hiking together for years, always looking for new places to explore. When we found an old map tucked inside a dusty book in a roadside shop, showing a forgotten city deep in the wilderness, we thought it was just another urban legend. A challenge. Something to conquer. 3 days into the hike, we found it. It was just after sunset when we stumbled upon the ruins, hidden deep within the thick forest. The trees parted like a curtain, revealing massive stone structures covered in vines, their surfaces etched with symbols none of us recognized. The air was thick, still, as if the place was holding its breath. At first, we thought it was abandoned, just another ancient relic lost to time. But then we saw the fires. Smoke curled into the sky, rising from stone chimneys. The flicker of flames illuminated narrow streets, casting long, shifting shadows against the walls. "This place, it's alive," Tasha whispered. We stood frozen, hearts pounding. Who lived here? How had they remained hidden for so long? Jake, ever the skeptic, scoffed. "It's probably just some off-the-grid settlement. People avoiding modern life." But something about it didn't feel right. No signs of modern tools, no sound of generators or radios, just silence, thick and heavy. Despite the knot tightening in my stomach, curiosity pushed us forward. We moved carefully, trying not to make noise. But Eric, the clumsiest among us, stepped on a loose stone. The sharp crack of rock splitting echoed like a gunshot. Silence. Then whispers. Then, movement. Shadows flickered between the buildings. Figures emerged, stepping into the firelight. Dozens of them, dressed in strange, ancient clothing, their eyes locked on us. They didn't look surprised. They looked prepared. As if they'd been expecting us. "Guys. I don't like this," I murmured, taking a step back. Before we could move, they surrounded us. Spears. Knives. Their faces unreadable, but their eyes burned with something dark. Then a tall man stepped forward. Unlike the others, he wore a heavy gold pendant, shaped like a sun with an eye at its center. His presence alone sent a shiver through me. "You should not have come," he said. His voice was calm. Too calm. Eric, ever the bold one, raised his hands. "Hey, we're just explorers. We didn't mean to." The man raised his hand, and 2 guards grabbed Eric, forcing him to his knees. "You do not understand," the man said, stepping closer. "No one who enters the forgotten city ever leaves." The words sent a cold wave through my body. My breath caught in my throat. "What do you mean?" I forced out. "We're not a threat. Just let us go, and we won't tell anyone." The man's lips curled into something that wasn't quite a smile. Others have said the same. He gestured behind him. My stomach twisted as I followed his gaze, to a massive stone wall covered in carvings. As my eyes adjusted to the dim light, I realized they weren't just carvings. They were names. Hundreds of them. Thousands. Etched into the stone. Eric struggled against the guards. "This is insane. You can't just..." The guard holding him tightened his grip. Another stepped forward, unsheathing a jagged knife. Tasha gasped. "No. Stop." But before any of us could react, before we could scream or run or beg, the guard plunged the knife into Eric's chest. His eyes widened, mouth opening in a silent gasp. Blood bloomed across his shirt as he crumpled forward. Tasha screamed. I lunged forward, but Jake yanked me back, his grip like iron. Eric hit the ground. Motionless. The leader watched us, expression unreadable. There is no escape. I barely heard him. My heart pounded in my ears, my vision blurring. Then, from deep within the city, a drumbeat sounded. Low. Slow. Rhythmic. The leader turned to his people. Prepare the others. Others? The realization hit me like a hammer. We weren't the first outsiders to stumble upon this place. And if we didn't act fast, we wouldn't be the last.